Hey, juniors, how you doing? Today is February the 1st, and we are going to dive in today into the writing of our definition essay. And what this is, definition is, what do we know about something? It's an argument of definition. And you're trying to say this is the best definition. This is the best way to explain and show and describe something. And we're going to do that by defining it. We're going to give it meaning and we're going to show what it means, right? Now, that's how a definition essay works, or an argument of definition. You might hear it used both ways. And we have been looking all semester at texts that deal with what it means to be American in different aspects, right? We talked about freedoms and we talked about American dream. And we talked about immigration. And we looked at how other people saw us from the outside, right? So we're going to pull these ideas together and we are going to define for ourselves, for you individually, are going to define for yourself what it means to be an American. Our goal today then is to spend some time in the notes, make sure that we have a good idea of what we're going to be doing and what we're getting up against, and then do some of that pre-writing and start some of that process. Okay, so let's take a look at the notes here. Defining or drafting the definition essay of what is American. Okay, our learning target is to be able to synthesize information from a variety of texts. What does that mean? So we've read all of this stuff, right? And we're going to pull not just quotes, but ideas. All the things that we've learned and we've seen and we experienced, we're going to use all that together to come up with our own position. And then specifically, what we're going to start on today is the planning and the organizing of the paper to start the writing process. And then our activity today will be to start that planning process. So if we look at just this quick bubble map or this mind map, if you will, right? So this is a quick overlook of what it is to be an American, different ways that we can look at this. So if in the middle we have what does it mean to be an American, over here on the top left we have synonyms. So these are other words. So like in American, what are other words that we could use to say American, right? Now, I do want you to make sure that you kind of broaden your view here because like the dictionary definition of an American is someone who lives in the United States, right? Like that's kind of the basic definition. Now, if you look at it in a large worldview, an American is anyone who lives in the Americas, North America, South America. That would be everybody from Canada all the way south into Brazil and Chile and Argentina. So, you know, I want you to kind of think in a concept, not like an actual practical terms, okay? Antonyms in the bottom left are things that are not. These are the opposites of, the negatives of, if you will. In the top right, we have examples. Now, these would be shining examples. These would be people like, like this person is a good example of an American, or this kind of person, right? Maybe it's not like a particular individual specifically, but it's a type of people, right? And then values. What are those things that we as Americans hold true, that we kind of cling to, right? And once you start gathering those ideas and stuff, and really that's just there to kind of get you thinking, then we get into these definitions of an American, right? And we use those rhetorical strategies for defining a concept that we've been talking about for the last 3 weeks or so. Classification, putting things in groups. Exemplification, here's one out of that group to show what it is inside that group. Function, what does it do? Or negation, what is it not? And we want to start just kind of brainstorming some of those pieces just to give us a sense of what we're going to do. And then we will get into just the overview of the paper itself. And it's 3 good paragraphs. It will be 3 paragraphs. The first paragraph is this is the dictionary definition, but this is why it's not a good definition. And then what is your definition? And that is the thesis statement. Okay. There is realistically, there's no right answer or wrong answer for this because this is your perception of your understanding or your belief. Okay. but you will have to be able to explain it and back it up and prove it, right? Like you are going to have to justify your choices. Paragraph 2, which we will write later, is a rhetorical strategy that a text used to define what is American and whether or not you agree with it. And then paragraph 3 is another rhetorical strategy. So let's say that you use exemplification function, right? And you found a text that shows exemplification and you like the way it does it, and that helps you understand what American is. And here's another text and they use function, and that helps you understand what it was to be an American. And so that synthesis process, what we said earlier, is that we're going to pull all those pieces together, right? We're going to look at all these different texts, all these different ideas and concepts, and pull them all together into one. Our goal today really is to get that brainstorming process started. Okay, we want to have those ideas, we want to have those conversations, we want to put you into the right mindset. Tomorrow, on February the 2nd, that's when you're going to start writing this paper. But hopefully today we can start gathering up some of those ideas and getting you thinking and going in the right direction so that when you do sit down to do the writing, you are ready to go. We will start the writing on February the 2nd. You will have February the 3rd to finish if you need it, right? Some of you will be done on the 2nd. Everybody should be done by the 3rd, okay? As always, if you have any questions or problems or concerns, or you just need any kind of help and guidance, please make sure you're reaching out to Miss McGuire so that we can give that to you. And good luck, everybody.